Take a good long look at the young men and women in front of you today. These are not the same boys and girls you dropped off here a long and grueling 5.5 months ago. My name is Cadet Corporal Hart, and I would like to start off by thanking someone that pushed me to do my best, someone that told me about my flaws, my strengths, and my weaknesses, Sergeant Sennett. Even when we were having a rough day, he would always welcome us with a smiling face and a joke. Thank you, Sergeant. July 18th. Goodbyes and tears filled the auditorium as 170 nervous candidates filed into squeaky chairs. Thoughts were running through my head. I have to go through almost 6 months of this. Man, my feet hurt. And yes, I miss my hair. Hearing the voice of the director talk about the opportunity that was ahead of me began to make me believe that it was possible. My belief in that would be short-lived. After just a few hours back in the bay, realizing that I wasn't in nearly the physical condition that I thought I was, created a new frustration that I had yet to see. Within the first 2 weeks, we were crammed with what seemed like random information. How to fold socks, how to eat faster than I wanted to, and how to stand for hours without complaining. During those first few weeks, I began to build unforgettable relationships. The brothers and sisters that I had the privilege of getting to know have gone through some of the hardest times in their lives. Every morning, as we would stumble out of the bay for PT at 5 a.m., there would always be someone there telling me to pick my head up and to keep going. I want to personally thank Cadets Herrera, Raygoza, and Vargas for always being there for me. You don't find things like this outside the academy. Hearing my Eagle sisters always sounding off with their chants, giving me the will and passion to drive on, or my Wolfpack brothers with their unforgettable motivation. This has been our turning point, a crossroad where we had to make a choice, and entering this program was a step in the right direction. Week 2. I was just trying to get settled into the academy standard. LT Wood pulled me off to the side and said that I had a phone call. I thought it was my mom worrying about me and hadn't received a letter yet, so she was just checking in. Well, it was my mom, but that's not what she wanted. My mother's voice, crackling through the phone, muttered to me that my grandmother had passed away the night before. I didn't know what to do. My eyes tearing up as I tried to speak clearly to my mom that it was all right and I'll be fine, trying not to show any weakness to my already worrisome mother. My transformation began. From that day forward, I decided to go as hard as I could, not just for myself, but for my mother, my grandmother, and my new family to my left and my right. As a platoon, we had struggles, from not being able to stop talking, to stealing Oreos and losing our guideline. Losing a fellow brother or sister was one of the most emotional experiences in my life. A single brick, whether red, green, or yellow, is positioned down at the flagpole where we hold morning and afternoon formation. Every day we would see those bricks, laying there still as a constant reminder to us, or a reminder of those who quit or came up short. As Captain Hall would say, the whisperings of those long gone echo here within. Some days we would remember them and reminisce over the stories we had and the hardships they overcame. But as a platoon, we also had triumphs. The overwhelming teamwork and camaraderie during T-Bex, to when we competed in a drill-off with 3rd Platoon. We have exceeded our individual expectations we set for ourselves, but not without the help of each other. All cycle, teamwork was perceptible. The acknowledgement of us as a group rather than one became nearly transparent. At any given time, you would find us motivating each other to do our best, to push beyond the conceivable. Cadet Jepson was a constant reminder of that. He never gave up. When I asked him how much weight he lost this cycle, he responded with, "Well, Hart, I'm not done yet, but I'll let you know." Today, Cadet Jepson has lost over 70 pounds. Class 15-2, give him one. Loved ones of these cadets, I want to personally say thank you for all the support you have given us throughout the entire cycle. The excitement that would overwhelm us as our name was called for mail. I've never been so excited for a letter. Or hearing your voices on Sundays as you asked us how we were, and we could only respond with hungry. You have helped us through things that we couldn't even explain. Home pass was a scary time for many of us, not knowing what would happen. And at times when we would be quiet or mistakenly call you Sergeant, you understood and you just laughed it off. Or when we told you stories about getting yelled at and getting smoked, you didn't completely freak out. We love and appreciate everything you have done for us. For 17 years I've needed to say this, but I didn't realize it until I came here. Mom, I wanted to say that I'm sorry. I apologize for everything I've put you through, all the arguments, disputes, and yes, report cards you had to go through. You always believed in me and never let me quit on myself. You are my greatest role model, and I just wanted to say that for I and the rest of the class of 15-2, we did it. Grandma, this one's for you. Thank you.